I showed my invention to my father. Then I removed the batteries from the radio, but the radio was still making sound. I used wind power to spin the blades and generate electricity. My father praised me after seeing it, but what I said next made him fall silent. I said I could build a bigger generator. That way we could pump water from underground to irrigate the land. With water we could survive this drought, but it would require taking apart my father's only bicycle. My father did not believe me at all. He thought my invention was just a toy. In anger, he threw my generator outside and told me to follow him to work in the fields. Until one day, we experienced a rare and devastating rainstorm. My father desperately tried to save some seeds from the mud, but the seeds were mercilessly washed away. After the rain, the disaster did not end. What followed was the worst drought in 100 years. The land became extremely dry. There was not a single drop of moisture. All the crops died from the drought. My father tried digging deeper to see if planting was still possible, but every shovel lifted clouds of dust. There was absolutely no water at all. Looking at the little food left at home, my father fell into deep thought. So to save food, we ground corn into flour, then cooked it. That became the entire family's food for the day. The drought kept getting worse, and many people starved to death. Hungry villagers had no choice but to leave and look for work elsewhere. At this point, the famine victims had lost all sense of morality. They broke into my home and stole all the food. Staring at the empty granary, my mother felt a level of despair she had never known before. Fortunately, the government stepped in to help, bringing low-priced grain to sell to villagers. My mother took out all our savings and sent me to buy food. But when I arrived at the grain station, I was completely shocked. Disaster victims swarmed in from everywhere. I could only squeeze through a crack in the door. And even then, I was only able to buy 30 jin of grain. When I got home, my father looked at the food I bought and suggested we eat only one meal a day, so it could last longer. That was when I noticed a magical bicycle. As long as the wheels turned, the front light would light up. It was that light bulb that gave me a bold idea. So I decided to build a power generator to pump water from underground and solve the drought. But unfortunately, there was no power source here. So during my afternoon physics class, I was carefully taking notes. But the next moment I was kicked out by the principal. The reason was that my father had not paid enough tuition, but the entire village was suffering from drought. All our money had gone to buying food. There was no extra money left for my school fees, but I did not give up, because this was my only hope of surviving.